I woke up and realized I left my tools on a job site. I woke up and I realized I left on an attic light. I wish that I could unknow and get my life back. But I woke up, realized that I'm a hack. Hack, 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 hack. Hack, 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 hack. I am here to confess I leave run caps in their boxes. I would like to clear my name, but I leave drain plugs in a 48 frame. I wish that I could unknow and get my life back. But I woke up and realized that I'm a hack, hack, hack.
Just a dirty hack. Good rotten hack.
Oh, look, there's my logo. Goodbye, logo. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Air Conditioner Shop Talk on Saturday night. I am your host, Zack. I'm also, I got that checked right there. I got everything checked here. I'm making sure everything works properly, and I'm glad everybody's here. All five of you. My advertising and marketing department, I had to let everybody go today because most of the time they're just sitting there drinking all day. And while that seems okay, it's actually not. It's actually against the rules here. We do have one comment. So, Tom Lecht, right back at you. Thumbs up to you too, sir. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Here at Shop Talk, let's see, what have we been doing today? I've been driving around, man. Back here in the wood shop where you see these fine Ryobi woodworking products, precision is key, guys. Precision is key. We got the Ryobi battery-powered table saw. That's what you get when you don't have enough power in your building. You get battery-powered tools and equipment. So I got all my stuff compiled in here, and we had to drive some furniture from here to Jacksonville. And that's quite a trek. In fact, we got a brand new trailer. I should have taken a picture of it. You guys are the type of guys who would like seeing what trailer I got. No one cares in real life, but you guys would like it. It's a big trailer. In fact, I probably have too small of a truck for it, is what it feels like when I'm driving it. It just feels like it's not quite enough to pull that trailer. So we loaded it down with a bunch of stuff, and we drove it to Jacksonville. It was fun. Good times. The place we drive it to is this huge building with all these booths in it. And what I've noticed, after years of working in the heat and disliking it, the heat bad, guys. This building is like, hey, great, you're going to move stuff, you're going to be indoors, air conditioning, hey? But there's like a high level of humidity in this building, so I'm in there moving furniture, and even though it's like 75 degrees, I'm covered in sweat. And I'm sitting here thinking, this is insane. I've lost all of my heat fortitude since those summers in the field. Just like Chris down here. Chris is going to be built for like 120 degrees. When it gets to be 75 outside, I'm like, oh gosh, I need a drink. That's what I do now. I need to sit on the back of my truck with my Ryobi fan pointed at me. In the chat, we have over one person, which is two. We have Thomas Sleck, who's a thumbs up. We have Clint saying thumbs up. Thumbs up to you too, Clint. Thanks for that membership dollar. Thomas says, you should see what people say when I have a 5x9 trailer on my 2012 Prius. That's what I'm talking about. Mine doesn't look like that. Okay, mine looks like a normal situation. I think it's like a 6x12 or something trailer. It's an enclosed trailer. And my GMC is a 1500. So it's a truck, technically, but it's not supposed to pull a whole lot of stuff. And it doesn't, because I can feel it when I'm driving. Like if there's a gentle incline, I can just feel the truck going, oh, should have got that next trim level up or something. You know, should have got that that larger motor. That's what it feels like. It doesn't sound good, and it drinks twice as much gas. So that can't be good either. I can watch the needle, and I haven't been able to do that, like watch the gas needle move, since I had my Ford Ranger back in the day. And for some reason, that 2.4 liter engine really drank gas. I don't know why. It's like a brushed motor compared to a brushless motor, which is what Thomas's Prius is. It's like a brushless motor. It's an ECM motor. We have Tin Man. Hey, Tin Man. All right, you washing hands. I don't know what that means, but it's good against COVID. All right, because COVID is slightly worse than the common cold, so be prepared for that. All right, guys. This show, like so many shows I put on before, is put on by corporate sponsors, and that's who I live for, guys. And that's why I'm going to say these following things. My corporate sponsors include the following. Beckett. They make condensate pumps. Guys, you ever notice that the units you put in have water dripping out of them? I know I have, as the pan's filled up. Well, if you don't have anywhere to put that water, you could put it into a BK 17 and 22 condensate series condensate pump from Beckett. And it'll pump that stuff outside. In the wintertime, that line will freeze, so keep that in mind with your condensing furnaces. The line will freeze. I just want you guys to know that. Don't think you're going to get away with anything. Nature's still there. We got old EWC right here, and if you haven't noticed here, they have an app. If you put in forced air zoning and you like EWC, then get their app, guys. The app's great. You'll love it, and women love it. So if you tell women about it, they love that. The NTB7L from Navac. Navac puts batteries on everything possible now. They have a battery tubing bender, battery vacuum pump. I'm pretty sure they're going to have a battery charger where you charge one battery in and it charges a different battery. It's called battery transference. They're going to have a battery-powered screwdriver. It's called a drill. They're going to make that too, probably. And they don't take Makita batteries, so don't try it. Yellow Jacket's A2L compatible. Some of their stuff. I mean, not all of it. But this particular recovery machine is, and so many of their new products are. And you can trust Yellow Jacket because anyone that's been in business that long and hasn't been sued out of existence must be good. Yellow Jacket. And TrueTech Tools, quality tools, essential support. That's what their thing says. And you can save 8% by using the Shop Talk discount code, and finished. All done. So that was it. My creaky chair. Great. All right, little body slam into my chair. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to go ahead and bring Chris in here. Chris, I'm going to bring you in here like...
All right.
Hey, see the background. Does that look familiar? Is that right? You can see part of it. You can see like fire coming off the middle. That's what it looks like, fire right here. I don't know. So, what would you like to see battery powered in our trade? Here's an off the wall question. You know, Navac makes everything with battery powered. I couldn't off the cuff think of another thing that shouldn't be battery powered that they could battery power, like battery powered duct tape or something. That's stupid sounding. But what would you have you ever thought about this? What should have battery power that doesn't?
You know, I don't know, because the tubing benders that you have, that were in your sponsor thing, I feel like if I had I have the hydraulic ones, I think it's the NTE11H or something. I'm more comfortable with those. Or that's the sledging tool. I have the Yellow Jacket version of the tubing bender. Anyways, I just feel like if I had it battery powered, I'd end up bending it too much, and then you can't go backwards with it. So
I don't.
That's just
Well, you know what? Would you try it though?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
all right. Well, they sent me one. I'll let you borrow it. You want to try it?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Now look what I've cornered myself into. Now I got to pack it up, send it down there. Okay. Yeah, it's like over there, and there's like a reverse bending mandrel with it. Or something else.
Okay.
There's like two boxes. So there's a thing, and then there's a reverse bender, I think. Give it a whirl. And we can use that as a real-life product review and sponsorship thing here.
Oh, I'd love to.
And I wouldn't have to do any work.
There you go.
Hey, great. Sounds good to me. This is great.
I'm bending pipe all the time with these change-outs we're doing. So, I mean...
Okay. I didn't know if that was going to be like a slang thing or something like that. When you started saying, I'm bending pipe, I was like, well, what are you talking about? Is that like a bathroom thing or worse? Could be something else. But so you're bending pipe, so you don't use the couplings, you don't like the elbows, you like the bending and the
it's because I mean I don't know, the less you got to solder the better. I mean, so that's
but no zoom locks.
No, 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 no. I haven't even fathomed even looking into that because,
Why?
I
Why
mean,
not? What's the problem?
you gotta buy the tool, then you gotta buy the different size fittings, and I mean, it's like it's. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of extra money you gotta fork out to. I mean, I'm sure it'll,
It's a lot.
I'm sure it'd be something that I may look into years down the road, but like I don't know. I know I have confidence in my soldering abilities, so
Okay, so what you're saying is that all these Zoom lock people they suck at soldering.
no, 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 no. I'm
I
not
get
saying
it.
that at
I get what
all.
you're saying.
Because like HVAC guy, like he'll post different videos and he's used the Zoom lock stuff and like I said, it's just I don't know, it's just more stuff to have to keep loaded in the truck with different fittings and if you don't connect it right and you do all that time with getting it all set up and then it don't work and then you got to redo it all.
Yeah, would suck. Hard to get back off again once you've actually put it on there.
Yeah,
I've used it a few times. I mean, it works, but I don't know. I couldn't see going to buy that thing. They're really expensive.
yeah, I know, and that's the thing is like I mean I have a set of torches in each one of my trucks, so I mean you can buy a pack of solder and and I don't know. I just feel that the just with the tool itself is just like really expensive, and then all the fittings are just I don't know. It just seems more cost to keep in the truck and everything else.
It's a lot, especially when you consider like okay, as I recall, the fittings because I use a thing like 3, 4, 5, maybe longer. I don't remember when it was, but the fittings were like ranging from just a few bucks for like a 1/4 inch fittings, which we don't typically use, all the way up to like 7/8 is like can be $30 for one fitting, and like when you have the bender and it bends and it actually doesn't cost anything except for your physical power to bend
Yeah,
it. It seems like it's a winning situation just to bend it.
exactly.
Yeah, and the condensers have the swage already on them. So what are you going to do about that? Cut it off? Some guys did. I wouldn't do it. I'm lazy. If that's what it is. I don't know if it's lazy or not, but I wouldn't use it either. So what about the like refrigeration shark bites? I saw it United. They have like their little things you press in there, look like compression fittings. Looks like a time bomb to me. Have you seen
Oh
those
yeah,
things?
I've seen pictures of them. Just the thought of something like that like just scares me. I mean, yes, I wouldn't even you know I think I changed my hot water heater once years ago and used the shark bite fitting, but I wouldn't even consider it using in a heating and air refrigerant constantly flowing through it situation because Freon's not cheap. So
Yeah, yeah. Especially all at once, it can be pretty traumatic when it pops off like that. I don't know. I can't
exactly.
imagine it. I was in the trade for a long time, and I saw those things in United's like, who wants to buy that? I mean, like anyone's like, who's gonna buy that thing? It looks like it's gonna blow up to me. It's like when I look at the display, I'm like, blow up. That's the first thing I thought in my mind. Keep walking, blow up. I just can't fathom. Have you ever seen one ever in the field anywhere?
No, no,
That's not a good sign. Now, have you ever heard of anyone using one?
no. I think okay, I do a lot of shopping at Johnstone because it's the closest one to the house, and I thought I heard one of the counter guys talking about it, but I don't recall, and I don't know who it was. So I mean, there's so many companies
Yeah,
down here, it's ridiculous. So, but
yeah. The counter guys, they say a lot of stuff. It's like they're like kind of like miniature salesmen. They're like, have you tried our new press-on fittings? It only takes 2 seconds. You don't even have to deburr or something like some kind of miracle thing. Sometimes it comes off as like the infomercial for it. It's like, no, counter guy, I'll be fine. No, thank you. Brazing is the best. Oxygen and acetylene, right?
oh yeah, of course.
I mean, these map
I
guys.
no,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah. I mean, where's my? I use a propane torch to light the fire outside my house. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, it's and you've been in the trade for how long?
I've been in the trade for 19 years. I've had my own company for 15.
15 years. 19. Good grief. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, so 15 years. You said you were 41. I gave it away. Sorry. And but you started when you were 26.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 26. I know we talked about it last time. I don't remember us talking about being 26. That's pretty good right there. What got you into the trade in the first place?
I kind of fell into it. I mean, I got married when I was 20 and, had to get a job. And I worked at different places when we first got married. I mean, I worked at call centers. I worked at doing
Oh,
different
yeah, that's
things,
right.
and I installed cable for a little bit and didn't like it, and then I kind of just fell. There was with ARS, which is one of the larger. I'm sure you've heard of them. I
I've
don't know
heard
if you
of them.
haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the
So I
logo.
mean, when new construction was booming, this is back in 2004. I mean, they were hiring an HVAC helper, and I just filled out the application. I mean, with a big company like that, you literally fill out the application, take the psychological test. As long as you actually read the questions and answer them, I mean, they would pretty much hire anybody. I mean, and it didn't click until after about 6 months into it that I love doing work with my hands because like I remember I started thinking about it. Like when I was a kid, I would tear my bike apart, like down to nothing, and then re-put it back together. And my dad would walk in the garage and be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Tearing stuff apart and putting it back together." I don't know. I'm
I never put
bored.
stuff back together. I mean, I tore plenty of stuff apart because my dad would bring home, and this must be like a trade thing or just this type of person, I guess. But you bring home like little appliances, let it be a toaster. I'd rip it apart. I'd take all the screws out of it. I'd like pop everything apart. Then I'd be like, all right, what else are we going to do? I wouldn't put anything back together.
Oh, that's what's fun about breaking down units, and you can just tear them apart and fling them around, and I mean, we did. Gosh, it was 6 months ago. We cashed in when it was a little bit cooler. We cashed in all the compressors we had, and I had over 200 compressors. It was, I think, 14,000 pounds of compressors is what it was when we were done.
14,000. What are compressors, like 5 cents a pound or something?
I think they were like 15 cents a pound. It was a pretty big, it was a nice
Whoa.
payday. Yeah, it was a nice payday.
Yeah,
So,
that's nice.
oh yeah.
15 cents a pound with 14,000 pounds. We're talking over 2 grand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, it
man.
was.
15 cents. Man, that was way more than I remember. Maybe it was that much. Maybe it was motors I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
Motors or something.
motors are a little bit cheap. Motors are usually like 5 cents cheaper than what the compressors are. So
That must have been it. I took a load of compressors. I thought this was awesome because I'm like 4 on the inside. That I went down there and said, all right, just back your truck up with the compressors in it. My wife was with me. I was like, all right, cool. What's going to happen? They got out the giant magnet, and the compressors, once they got close, just flew out of the truck.
oh my
It was
gosh.
awesome. It was like, I want y'all to put them down. Let's do this again. This is great. I want to film this. This is fantastic. It was so cool because I don't know how many there were. There wasn't a whole lot. It was like maybe 10 or 15 compressors. It was awesome. I was like, man, that's just a very cool thing to see. There's a lot of cool stuff at the
Yeah,
mill.
we had like I heard you talking about your trailer. I've got a 6x10. Yeah, I think because I got it's a 4x6 is small, and then I got a 5x10 is the other one. So we had the
Mhm.
5x10 trailer full of scrap. I mean, like I had like 5 straps going around just to make sure nothing would fall off between. I mean, it's about like 3 miles we got to drive to get from the office to the scrapyard, and we went through the scale, and I backed the trailer up to go unload it, and the guy with the giant claw came up. And he's like, do you want me to grab most of it out of it? And I was like, yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
was the
can,
coolest
can I
thing
do
ever.
it? Can I do it with the claw?
It was so fun because it was like in Toy Story. The claw!
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it was the
fantastic.
coolest thing ever.
Oh man. First of all, I love Toy Story, so thank you for that. I just got the picture that with the claw, Toy Story 3, they're about to be incinerated. The
Oh
claw
yeah,
grabs them up. Very emotional moment.
oh yes.
Not as emotional as the end of Toy Story 4, but it was pretty good. I don't want to weep, so I'm not going to go into it. But that is pretty cool. I mean, there's cool stuff, but it's not like it's juvenile to like that stuff. I don't think it's juvenile because to be a man, you enjoy stuff like that, mechanical things in action. Simple things bring enjoyment to men. I think that's why we're better than women, because simple things we can like football. You could watch a football game. Guys are throwing a ball that's not even round and running from end to end, and it's just like everybody loves it. I think
See,
that's what draws
and
the
that's why
trade.
I love college football so much better than professional football because I think they try harder in college because they obviously want to get the $1 million contract and everything else. I mean, my most favorite Gamecock moment ever was I can't pronounce his first name. His last name is Clowney, and he actually was the #1 draft pick the following year. It was one of the bowl games. They were playing Michigan, and there was a bad call by the referees, and the next play, this dude hit the guy so hard, his helmet went flying 10 yards past him, and like I mean, it was the greatest hit I've ever seen in football. I mean, it was fantastic.
Why do we like that stuff so much? I mean, that guy got hit. I mean, he could be. There's guys that have played football. They've been hit. They got paralyzed on the field. During the games. We've seen that from time to time. But when someone gets a hit like that, it's just awesome. People are standing up in the living room, going, and they're covering their mouth. They're yelling, "Oh!"
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. You said umpire too. So you're like a baseball fan more than a football fan.
I'm more of a baseball fan all day long. So,
all right. What's the team then? What's the baseball team?
I'm a Boston Red Sox fan.
You're like way out of place for that. Boston Red Sox? Yeah, because they got a long history of winning the World Series.
They do.
They finally did.
Oh yeah. Curse of Babe Ruth. So.
Well, that's what happened. And when I think of Boston, I think of the dude Buckner. I think who missed the ball, went right between his legs during the World Series game.
Yeah.
It was like a dribbler, and whoop, right between his legs, like he's like in like T-ball or something. How do you like Boston way down there in South Carolina?
I just love it. I mean, I love the history of the town. I mean, the cool thing I love about Fenway Park is like you can pay $21 and take a tour of the stadium any time of the year, and there's so much history behind it. I mean, they have original seats from when the stadium was still built, like I think in 1904 or something like that. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, there's not very many stadiums, if any, that are left with that kind of history on it. So.
No, I can't think of any stadium because you have the Green Monster, which is just something that it's iconic. I can't think of some of the stadiums aren't even in place anymore, but you have places you always think of like Wrigley Field for the Cubs. I think of Wrigley Field, but it doesn't have a Green Monster.
Exactly.
Comiskey Park Comiskey 2, they didn't have Green Monsters. Yankee Stadium's cool. Yeah, whatever. But down to a Green Monster, so that's pretty good. I think that's a good ballpark. And, of course, they have some awesome players. But I've never rooted for Boston in my life. Because I'm from North Carolina. Rooted for the Braves, man. It was the Braves. But I guess that didn't take on you. So that's fine, though. We can all hate the Yankees together.
Oh, I grew up rooting for the Mets because a lot of my family is from New York. And I've always hated the Braves. I mean, that's just how I grew up.
You hated the Braves? Man.
I always hated it. Well, say I was born in Charlotte. I've lived in Charlotte, Delaware, Florida, and here. So, and I've been here since 97. So I've been here for 26 years. So I pretty much call here home. Here being Charleston, if people don't know. So.
Old Charlestown. That's why Charlestown. Man, but never Boston.
No, we went to, me and my wife took a trip it was Boston and Salem, and Salem's a really cool town. I mean, it's so fun. I mean, it's just such a quirky town. I mean,
because of burning all those witches.
Oh, but the history behind it. I mean, I just love history stuff. I mean, it's so cool.
I like it too. As soon as you said Salem, I'm like, burning witches. That's what I thought of. Let's burn the Salem witch trials. Let's burn them up. Yeah,
exactly.
That's not science. Yeah. No, I like history too. So, I mean, hey, let me ask you this. Do you ever take vacation?
Yeah, I do. Like we're still up in the air about it. Like we're going to take, we got a trip planned for Boston. I don't know if it's going to work out this year. I'm gonna have to push it off till next year, but we always take a trip to Disney every year. Like it's usually the week right after Thanksgiving. So like we're leaving the Saturday after Thanksgiving and coming back so it's the 25th through the 29th is when we're going in November.
Disney.
And we do it all out. I mean, like we did it last year, and like we did a VIP tour, which I mean that easy. It's expensive, but it's worth every nickel and dime because you don't have to wait in any rides. They let you in back entrances. I mean, of the parks that you just never get to see. I mean, and like we did 3 different parks and probably rode about 25 rides in one day in a 7-hour time frame because that's the minimum you have to do it for 7 hours.
I've never been to Disney before. I've
I
heard it's
can't believe
nice.
you've never been to Disney. That's crazy.
I'm not a real Disney kind of person. I have been to theme parks though, but it's local. Like I've been to, it was the Pavilion, but now it's Family Kingdom in Myrtle Beach, which isn't big, and then Carowinds, which you're familiar with,
Did
I'm
you ever
sure.
go to that? It was like I think it's closed. It's been closed for years. It was like a rock and roll park or something that was in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, I don't know if I ever went to that one. I know.
I can't remember the name of it now, but I remember it was probably about. It's been closed for about 10 years now, at least, if not 15. And they spent a lot of money building it and trying to make it kind of like a. It was going to be like kind of like a second Carowinds or something, and it was all like a full rock and roll theme park. I can't remember the name of it now. I mean, it's been
I
so
can't
long.
either. I'll ask my wife. She'll probably remember what it was. All I remember is the Pavilion, because then they renamed it because it has the oldest wooden roller coaster, which was Swamp Fox, and I remember riding it over and over again. And like I think I rode it like 5 times in a row because there wasn't any people there at the time, so I just kept riding it around, and it's just awesome. Now when I go on roller coasters, like oh that hurts my back, that's the big problem because of the age. It's an age problem. Are you frozen?
No, I'm
Oh, I
looking
thought
it up.
you were
I'm
so
curious.
still. I thought it was so
Sorry.
still that the megabyte
Yeah, it was
stopped.
called the Hard Rock Park is what it was called.
Oh, you're on Google.
Yeah, I was curious.
This is
I was looking
this
it
is
up.
what happens.
It was gonna hurt my brain if I didn't look it up. So I mean,
The Hard Rock Park. All right, I'm gonna look that up too. I don't think I've been there. Now I think about it.
it didn't it like I don't think it was open but a couple years. I mean, because it didn't make the
Oh,
money they thought it was.
I
Gonna
missed
make.
it.
So
I missed it, man. I missed it. I don't know when that
I'm
closed.
sure there's probably a fancy YouTube video of when it first opened and now how it looks years later and because it's all just a deserted park with probably the whole frame of all the frames of the roller coaster still up and
That sounds cool. It's like you've seen the video already. That's what it sounds like.
I'm sure it's out there. So now I'm gonna look it up tonight when we're done. So just because I'm curious.
I think you like already watching the video. It's like I've seen it. I just want other people to watch it. It's on my other channel actually. Yeah. I love riding that stuff. I haven't been on any in years, really. I can't remember the last one, but it was probably the same roller coaster.
I can't believe especially because I know you got how old's your youngest? I mean,
He's 5.
yeah. So I mean, you could get there's so much stuff at Disney that you guys could do and
I'd have to have like that VIP thing that you're talking
Oh yeah,
about.
yeah. I mean,
But
yeah, because
as far as I understand, Disney wants to charge for it, which is where the gripe is. Because I'm not standing in line for like an hour to ride one ride.
Oh, and that's why we won't go like the week after Thanksgiving typically is one of the slowest times of the year, and so it's because people are going back from going the week of Thanksgiving and stuff, and so it's not as crowded, so the lines aren't as long, which is always nice.
And how old are your kids?
My youngest is how old is he? 21, and my oldest I got.
Well, that's like 7. No, it's 21.
No, I've got a 3-year-old granddaughter, so.
Oh my gosh, Chris, you've been living too fast. You know what I'm saying? You've been living too hard and too fast, man.
Well, see, now I can just enjoy life because I don't have to worry about the kids in school, and if I just want to go out of town, I can just go out of town. I mean, I can just.
Wait,
it's
that is freeing, but the thing is here, Chris, you have the potential that if your kids continue on this cycle, you could be a great grandfather and have that child and still be young enough to hang out at a theme park with that child.
Exactly.
This is amazing.
I tell you, my 3-year-old granddaughter, she's the cutest. Every time she sees me, she shouts at the top of her lungs and comes running full force, "Papa!" I mean, it's the greatest. I mean, I'm her absolute favorite in the entire family, which is it's the greatest feeling in the world every time I see her.
That is fantastic.
Oh, and then my daughter
imagine having
Kyra,
grandkids.
she lives in Florida, And I mean, she's my goddaughter, but I've been help raise her since she was a kid. So I just call her my daughter. And I mean, she's 17. She turns 18 in January. I mean, and I'm looking forward to I get to see her and when we go down to Disney in November. And like, we already got this plan that we're going to go like to all the different hotels and just like try and find all the different Santa Clauses and take pictures.
Yeah, Santa Clauses. Yeah. That's right.
I tell you, it's a weird. Like, I don't know if you saw my Facebook post the other day. It's a crazy superhero power I have. I can find Santa Clauses in just the most random place.
I did see that.
Time of the year. I mean, it was. I pulled into a gas station and I was getting ready to get out the truck and I look to the right and I see this guy who looks just like Santa Claus. He got a red shirt on and then he gets on a red motorcycle. I mean, my jaw just dropped. I was like, I gotta take a picture.
That's amazing. You do have a special ability. I think I did see that post. Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah, it was
the
earlier
guy's
this week,
beard
so,
and everything.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is I don't do a whole lot of Facebook. A lot of times I'm looking on Marketplace for like used tools that I want, and I'll turn on like the feed, and for some reason you tend to be there a lot, and I don't think it's excessive posting. I just think it's happened to be the time when I'm opening the phone up to take a look at it, and a lot of times it's movies. We're gonna watch this movie, and I'm always looking at what movie you're watching. I'm trying to remember like the last few on there. And there was some I was like, oh yeah, and then some I was like, I don't even know what that is. This is what's gonna bother me. I'm gonna get on my internet device. We're not doing anything, right? This show is sponsored by Navac. Let's see how long this takes. Let's see if you're the first person on here. Nope. Yeah, figures. The first time I try this, I should have done this. Well, all I know is that was gonna take me like an hour, so I'm sorry. But one thing that I wanted to talk about, because this is an air conditioning show, is Die Hard. And Die Hard is a Christmas movie, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
Most definitely.
So Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, it's both Christmas related.
Yeah, because Die Hard 1, there's a Christmas party at the very start of the movie. And then Die Hard 2 is filmed on Christmas Eve. I mean, so there's no rhyme or reason why you can't say it's not a Christmas movie, because it's impossible. That's a fight you'll never win with me. So
conjoined twins. You can't separate those.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I got you. So which one of those two is better?
Oh gosh, I gotta go with the original. I mean, they're both really good, but I can't watch and you'll see it because I always start November 1st is when I start my Christmas movie list, and usually between November 1st and Christmas Day, I average somewhere between 45 and 60 Christmas movies a year.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's a daily post every time we watch one. It's Christmas movie number whatever and whatever we're watching. And
are you talking about that Hallmark thing? I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
There's a bunch of them on Netflix that are really good too. Christmas Vacation's one of my favorite ones. That's Christmas. Awesome. I mean, that's an old school one.
And, I like White Christmas. That's good.
Miracle on 34th Street. Die Hard 2. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those are good movies right there. I think Die Hard 1 is better than Die Hard 2, but I like Die Hard 3 the best. I don't know why that is. I think it's Samuel L. Jackson because he brings a flair, but I do like Snape or whatever in the first one. I think he was a good villain. So.
Oh yeah.
Alan Rickman. Yeah, he's very good. But that guy in the third one, he was pretty good too. I never watched the fourth one all the way because I assumed it was going to be bad.
It's terrible. I watch it like once on a blue moon, but I'll definitely watch 1, 2, and 3 over and over. But definitely 1 and 2 every year. If not more than once a year. So
yeah, well, I think I watch a lot of Christmas movies because I have a wife, and she likes Hallmark movies, which are it's not like they're bad, but they're the same. Almost always they're the same. Hey, there's a girl. Her boss sent her to get a news story / help out at the corporate office in small town. But hey, this small town loves Christmas, and they have a Christmas holiday, and she ends up helping with it or something like that. Then she falls in love.
There's one that we watched last year. I can't remember the name of it right now, but Justin Long's in it, and Justin Long speaking, which was in Die Hard 4. So, but
that's right.
It's so freaking funny because he's got this country accent, and it's like he's making fun of every Hallmark movie out there because he's saying every like typical Hallmark slang that was in every Hallmark movie. Like it's so freaking hilarious. I mean,
That would
it's
be
so fun
funny.
to watch.
I like Justin Long. I like the show Ed. I don't know if you ever remember
I've
Ed.
never like yeah, I think like EdTV you're talking about or
No. This is a show called Ed with Tom Cavanaugh, and Justin Long was in it, and I can't remember the lady from Modern Family. I don't know her name. I don't remember. But you didn't see the show, so this is useless conversation at this point. Let's talk about air conditioner or something. Now let's see what the chat says. Let's see any chat ideas here. I was always told about it. Find Santa. They're talking about you finding Santas. That's funny. Okay. All right. Well, there's no air conditioner in the chat, which matches the show, so that's good. All right. Well, let me ask you this: since you're a home warranty guy, you leave those capacitors in the boxes every time, right?
of course.
That's
No,
right.
no.
No, I duct tape them to the first capacitor. I just want to remind everybody he does home warranty stuff. If y'all want to start that line of chatting, I can't believe this. We judge you. But in general, summer's winding to an end here.
Oh,
How
thank
was
goodness.
summer?
Oh my gosh.
Thank goodness it's over.
Oh gosh, it has been so long and just never ending. I mean, I was telling you before the show, there was one week I actually added it up, and it's probably been about the same average. And we have did probably, I think it was 84 service calls between two people, and that was just Monday through Friday. That wasn't including a Saturday or we don't do work on Sundays because otherwise I'm gonna go nuts.
Yeah, it's good to have a break. It's good that you're able to do that. So not kind of skipping past the number of calls, which is we'll come back to it. On Sunday, how do you talk to people who call you? Because they got to still call
I
you
don't.
because they're
I
people.
literally I put my phone on do not disturb and I don't answer the phone. And if people will text me, I'll text back, but I will not answer the phone on Sunday. I refuse to.
Have you ever had someone go ape crap over that?
Not really. I mean, because I won't answer the phone. I mean, I don't care how many voicemails I have. Because that's the nice thing that's what I love about iPhones. You can put on do not disturb, and like the call will go through, but I won't hear it ring, and it literally send them straight to voicemail. Like it just, so like I don't even know they're calling. So which is it's nice.
That's good. It doesn't tug on your emotions to know that there's someone calling down there, and you're just going to actively ignore them. It's better for it to happen without you knowing. I like that too. Is there something on your voicemail? Do you put, "Hey, on Sundays, we're not helping you.
No.
Come back on Monday."
Nope. Hey, can you give me like 30 seconds? I got to run and go grab the charger for the laptop so it doesn't die.
Absolutely not. You should have thought of this beforehand. Now go ahead.
30 seconds, man.
All right, no problem. All right, guys. Here's some additional sponsors for our show. The Wooden Box Company. The Wooden Box Company builds lovely wooden boxes. You too can own a wooden box from the Wooden Box Company. Oh man, I got nothing else. Wow. Okay. Please get his charger. I don't have anything else to reach for right here, guys. We will say if you want something discussed in the chat, you can put it in the chat. Okay? Because as you see, we take all suggestions here, as long as it's just not ludicrous. I'm going to kind
And I'm
of,
back.
let's see. And he's back and he saved the day. I don't see much. I was going to look in the chat to see if they had any ideas for what they'd want to discuss, but I don't think there's anything in the chat even worth looking at. I'm just kidding, chat guys. I'm just kidding. Take it easy. Navac battery powered tape is in the works already. Okay. So whenever these new things come out, like this battery powered stuff, you see the Gaugetron 4000 with its updated accuracy and display. Does that do anything for you? Do you go out and get that stuff, or do you not care about it?
No, like I think you had advertised for a long time the hydraulic swedging, Navac hydraulic one, and that's actually what got me, wanting to, because I was like, I looked it up and I was like, I'll try it out, see what it is. I didn't know. It's probably one of the best tools besides the compressor lift that I bought like 4 or 5 months ago. Oh my gosh, that thing saved my back. It's the greatest thing ever. It's called a comp lift. COMPLIFT.
I'll look it up. It's not like a metal bar with a hook at the end. We're talking about something that mechanically lifts the compressor up, like it's
Well,
powered.
it's got two beams, like two triangle like beams that sit on either side like this, and it's got a crossbar, and it slides the thing, and it's got a chain lift on it. And I mean, it the like a typical train compressor probably weighs about 100 pounds. I can literally chain lift this thing with one hand and not have to break my back trying to lift that stupid compressor up because
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, it's like $1,300, but it's worth every bit of it. So I don't sit there and be hunched over for 3-4 days after changing the compressor. So, but I can
Yeah.
set that whole thing up by myself and take it apart by myself without, I mean, and not be hurting.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can't bring a picture of it up here because I looked up Comp Lift, which says their website's not secure. So I'm doing this for you, man. Hopefully my computer's not. Well, if my computer's gonna be attacked, it would have been attacked already. Let's see here. I'm gonna present a screen. Let's actively talk this through. Share screen. Yes. Which screen?
See, you're doing stuff that I would have no idea how to do. I mean, 'cause-
It's like watching a monkey play
see,
chess.
see, I could pull it up on my phone and probably put it on the screen on the phone.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I have
Yeah.
the number, the light, whatever, the number one. I don't know the
Let's see. Let's
which
see what the
is
number one looks like.
it's pretty much it looks exactly the same. It's just
Oh, that's
it
cool.
doesn't have that. It doesn't have that. The one I got doesn't have that mechanical one. I'm sure you can. I'm
You
sure you
got
can get it.
what? So yours doesn't even have the little button you get to push and go.
No,
You
no.
just have something to go.
See, I bought one. It was called the ladder crane.
Hey,
and that
here's
thing
yours, right? That's yours, right?
Yeah, that's mine right there. So,
Oh man.
I love that thing. I mean, it's so easy to use. It's. I mean, I had before I bought that one, I bought a ladder crane, which that thing was a hunk of garbage. I mean, because in the videos they showed that you could do it one person, but you got to kind of balance it with one hand and push the button with the other, and then the ladder will slip, and after like the stupid ladder hit me in the head twice, I got mad and I flung the thing across the yard because I was just so frustrated with it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. That ain't good. Hey, I got here's what I imagine most people have here. Let me bring this back. This is what I imagine most people have. Something
Oh yeah.
along these lines. You ever used one of these?
Yeah, I actually, gosh, I can't remember. Subco Trade Fox has one that it's called the Tugboat or something like that, and it's kind of cool because like you can adjust the height of it and put the handles on. It's got two handles on it, so you can put the handles either both in the front or both in the or either way, and then you can pick it up with two hands easier.
Keep going. I'm gonna look it up. Draw it out. Draw it out. So you can use two hands then.
Yeah, and it's got because it's got different pins on it where you can set the like you can put one at the very top and one at the bottom or one in the middle, and you can adjust the height of it depending on how deep the or how tall the unit is.
You know what? I have an idea. I was unsuccessful looking up this thing because I typed it in evidently with the TrueTech tools, which was unintentional. But how would you like to play a game?
Sure.
Hey, this is an odd time to do that, but sure, let's do it. I'm going to bring up this thing from TrueTech Tools, and we're going to play really cool or what is this crap? All right. So I figured Subco makes like a million different things or borrows from other people. And so let's start with they have this sweet umbrella.
I have that.
You like the umbrella?
Yes.
All right. So thumbs up on the umbrella. So $80. Does that seem fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Because I mean, it's got a very strong magnet on the bottom of it, and so like you can mount it on a disconnect on the side of the house. I mean, like if you have to take the top off the unit or something, and so this way you still got the shade, and or if you have the air conditioner, got two units, you can put it on the one next to you, and this way you're still. I mean, it works great, especially on a really hot day. I mean.
Hey, and rain.
Yeah, and I have that scroll down.
What we got here?
The cool presser. I have that.
The
Right there,
cool
the first thing on
presser.
the left. First thing on the left.
Let's check. That was the next thing on the list. So let's click on this. That was the Subco magnetic umbrella. This is the Subco cool presser,
I love
high
that thing.
powered magnetic compressor cooler. Oh, this is for your hose, right?
Yeah, you attach it to the water hose, and you can sit on top of a compressor. You can sit on top of a recovery tank. I mean, it's great, especially when a compressor's overheated because, like, fan motor, quit, or the capacitor blew or something that needs to be cooled down. You can literally stick that right on top of the compressor, turn the water hose on, walk away, and come back, and it'll still be pouring water all over the compressor and not fall
That is
off the
nice.
compressor.
As I'm sure what you're referring to, every time I've ever had to do this with a hose, and I like put the grill on the hose so it holds it in a certain spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the hose moves, so I'm
Yep.
cooling off the base pan for about
Yep.
30 minutes and didn't notice.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's still hot. Why? Yeah. So the Subco cool presser, high powered magnetic compressor cooler at $53 is a win.
Worth every dime.
Okay, all right, I like that. So that thing is built tough, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's got a strong magnet on it too. So
All right. Let me see here. I'm gonna go back because there's about 500 of these different things, or 40, as I think it was. All right, so here we go.
I don't have that.
So all right, let's see. It's a Subco ECM Pro Universal ECM Tester, and it's universal, and it has let's see, different. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's got a plug for an X13 and then a plug for a variable speed.
Yeah, it does look like it does have that. So I don't know. I've never used this thing right here. I've had ECM testers before, so that looks kind of like all the rest of them. You chat, guys. If you use it, you can say something. Hey, wait, Icon said you got to be lazy to need a compressor magnet. Come on now. Hey, if I could magnetize myself to something, I would do it. I don't want to hear that.
I mean,
Lazy.
just like the magnets came out the trailer. I mean, and pulled the compressor out. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would never undo that.
I don't have that. If you scroll down, I can just make this that you keep
The coil cleaning brush. All right, that's not even exciting.
I have the Attic lift thing, Attic Pro Utility.
Oh, let's check it out. Speaking of lazy, Icon will be dragging. He wouldn't even need this.
That thing is great. You literally can screw it on two beams, and this is all like my thing is that works great for a furnace because furnaces are shorter, but because attics here in Charleston are not. If I can get where I can get a stand up fully in an attic, I'm happy. But half the time I can't stand up fully in an attic. So, but like that works great for a furnace because furnaces are heavy anyways. Like you can literally just screw it. It doesn't even screw it. Literally just like hand tightens down to a beam, and then you have to put a ratcheting strap around the piece of the air handler or furnace or whatever, and then hook it onto it, and it'll just crank up. So
man, so that's at $175? That's worth it.
Yeah, I mean anything to not have my back hurt is worth it. So
yeah, health insurance costs a lot. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Oh my gosh, health insurance is ridiculous.
It is the worst. Let's see here. Joe was asking.
That's the tugboat thing I was telling you about. The third one over. That's the one.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's like the compressor toting deal.
Yeah. This got because you got the different pins, and that black bar goes inside the orange, and it's got like 4 different holes you can set the 2 different pipes in, or two handles in.
I like that. That's neat, and I like the colors, so that's even better.
See, I actually have the one before. So before Trade Fox bought into it, I have the original one. It's called the Tugboat, and is what it was called. And I don't know. So I guess he was doing it all on his own at first, and then I guess he submitted, because I mean that's the cool thing about Subco Trade Fox is you can submit like a design, and once they come up with all the clarifications and make sure it's going to work and everything else. I mean they'll literally give you like a perpetuity or something for every one they sell. I mean it's.
Oh man, I'd like to see that contract. That'd be interesting to see. Joe, send in your contract.
I'm not enough of an artist to try and draw something up, and to they would kind of probably laugh at me if I tried to send something in because it would look like your son drew it, and
my son can't draw, so that's even worse. There you go. So, all right, have you ever shot a pig down the line set?
No, I've heard stories about it, and I don't know. I don't know. The thought of that just. I don't know. I can just see something getting stuck, and then I have to run a whole new line set, and I don't know. I just
I had that same nightmare. They said it doesn't happen, and someone was telling me, "Oh my gosh, I forget who was telling me now about how the militaries use these things for years and years like this." No, it makes I just have an uneasy feeling, but everybody says it's fine. All right, let's see here. We have the hub blaster. You ever used a hub blaster?
That's I haven't used that. That's essentially just a puller, is what it is. So it's their version of a puller.
Is that it? Is this not the one you hit with a hammer?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I mean, because I think that's just for it's got different attachments for I guess how like if you have a commercial or if you just have regular residential one. And I just have just a basic puller is what I have in my truck. So
Okay. All right. Let's see. They're getting. You notice they're getting less exciting as they get on the page. Like we started with some cool stuff, and now it's like I don't even see Joe's thing on here. Now we get like a bracket for the umbrella. All right, we're really running aground here.
so the shaft blaster, which is go up
Okay.
right there.
This is a family show. All right.
What it's called? I mean,
It is called it. Look at it. It's a Subco SB100 shaft blaster.
so that's really cool. Like if you get it attaches to the shaft of a motor, and I know this is all not sounding so clean and stuff. But
No, man, you said motor. I mean, that cleared it up here. Yeah, I think
Right,
everything's
so-
above board.
So, like, especially like if a blower motor, like how the shaft can get rusted, and then you can't get the stupid thing off. Well, if you can get the wheel to drop just enough, you can push it down. Then you can cut the shaft off just below the rusted spot, and then you can get the motor out of the freaking wheel. And,
Oh, this is an angle grinder.
yeah, essentially, yeah. Except it
Oh.
just the part on the left attaches to the shaft is pretty much as low down as it can go before it gets to the hub, and then the center part right there, the metal part going up in that actually can attach to any drill. It can attach to like your is it Ryobi or I've always called it Ryobi.
I got a bunch of drills here, man. Okay, it's not just Ryobi. We also have Milwaukee products. They're not in here.
So,
though.
but I mean, I'm like I've been a Ryobi guy
that's
forever.
correct.
So I mean, and I'm sure everybody will you rip into me for that too. But
Hey, you got the home warranty. I got Ryobi. All right.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I love the Ryobi stuff. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I've got an impact, Ryobi impact drill, and you can just attach it to that, and just squeeze and push, and it'll cut the shaft right off. I mean,
I get the theory of it now. It's kind of interesting. I wonder who thought of that one.
I have no idea. I mean,
I'm gonna credit Joe with that too. I don't know if Joe made that, but Joe, congratulations on the shaft blaster. I wish there was more time to look at more Subco, but I know there's more stuff that's not on here because this is just True Text. So, oh look, Subco has their own heading. Maybe there's more stuff under this. No,
if you go back and click the Trade Fox, maybe that's.
well, that's Trade Fox right there.
No, go back see where it says Trade Fox right there. So,
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, that's what it was. So okay.
The most say very exciting. Okay, I don't care. Parts for our existing stuff. That's where we get the flame sensor cleaner. I mean, okay. I mean, what do you clean a flame sensor with, Chris?
$1 bill.
A dollar bill?
$1 bill. It works. It is the best thing to clean a flame sensor. Well, I mean, I've never used that, but I mean, that's what I was taught to use because I was heard the ink on a $1 bill is the best thing to clean a flame sensor with because if you use like sandpaper or something, it'll actually, mess up the actual flame sensor itself, and then you end up having to replace it. So that's what I was taught years ago. So
I go down it with the angle grinder. Just really light, man. It's shiny. The ones I don't cut in half, they're very shiny. No microamps measured on mine. You see a lot of furnaces.
I know the guy that came out with a cold presser. He just came out with another one that it's like you attach a digital like the temperature probe thing. Looks like a meat thermometer or whatever, and you can it's got an extendable pole that you can just so you're not having to try and stand on a ladder and stick it up by the vent. You can literally just stand on the ground and hold it up to it, and it might be on page 2 of that. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, I'll take a look real quick. But what you just described is PVC with a duct tape thermometer on it. So I mean, I don't know if that's that's going to make it to the final page here or not. Wait a second. That's a filter puller. Sorry, that's different. Filter puller, same principle. I'm going to get one of those things that extend, and I'm just going to duct tape a meat thermometer to it. I think I can invent that too. Yes. Oh, wait. It actually is on here. Hold on. Let me share this again. I think this is it. Maybe.
Yeah.
The subco temp. That's what I'm going to call that. MTEMP. The temp.
Yeah, I've never used
probe.
that. I just saw it. Like I think on the that little pointy thing on the far end of it. Yeah, right there. I think that you can stick up right into a vent and it'll read you the temperature right there at the end of it.
Well, this is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Now that I understand it better, that the actual screen would not be 10 foot away. It would be right there. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's not stupid. I'm sorry. I knew that I wasn't understanding it.
But yeah, the guy who created the cool presser created that too. So I mean, he's getting perpetuity for both of them. So
this guy's on a roll. Congratulations, Joe. I mean, you've done so many. I assume all of these. I don't see your tape thing on here yet, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's out yet. I'm going to reduce the screen a little bit. He has an invention, Joe does, that I guess Supco is going to produce. But while I type, how's it going, Chris? How's it going, man?
Yeah, you see, I got Star Wars stuff in the background, so I mean,
we're nerds of a feather.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I tell you, like the movies you were probably seeing me post like recently was probably a bunch of the Marvel movies because like we always start from Iron Man 1 and watch all the way through the entire MCU series.
That's 150. No, was it like 19 movies or something?
Yeah, it's I don't know how many it is off the top of my head. I know it's over 20 because like we even go into the newer ones now. Like the couple, like I've seen every Marvel movie in the theater except for 2. The Eternals is one, and the most recent Ant-Man was the other one I haven't seen in theaters. Every other one I've seen in theaters at least once, if not multiple times.
All right, which one is the worst?
Oh gosh, I mean. Honestly, I mean, I wasn't a fan of the Eternals because the Eternals, it's good, but it doesn't tie into anything with the rest of the series. So I think that's my only reason why. I mean, I used to say the Incredible Hulk was terrible, but now that I've watched it several times, I actually enjoy watching it now. Because the Hulk's smashing stuff.
Like the Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton.
Yes, that's actually because that like if you look up that's actually the second movie on the entire MCU series. It's Iron Man 1, and then the Incredible Hulk is the second one on the list of movies.
So who's better, Ed Norton or Mark Ruffalo?
Oh, Mark Ruffalo by far.
Yeah, I guess that's why Ed Norton didn't make it. Plus, I hear he's a temperamental.
Like I wish they had I thought it would have been cool, especially with. Because they have like the multiverse now going on is what so like they have the 3 different Spider-Mans they had in the most recent Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be cool to have the 3 different Hulks, like the Ed Norton Hulk and Mark Ruffalo Hulk and
Lou Ferrigno,
or there was somebody before Ed Norton. I can't remember what that one was. I can't.
But after the old ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know
because there was one before Ed Norton. I can't remember who that was, but that would have been cool to have the have the 3 Hulks tie in together or something somehow.
Yeah, I remember that now. I remember seeing a part of that movie for like 2003. It's like
yeah, exactly.
So my personal favorite on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I like Captain America: Civil War.
Yes.
I thought that was a really good movie. And I did like I like Infinity War. I thought Infinity War was one of the best ones. I really did. I like that one. The fact that the bad guy actually won, and what a good bad guy. I mean, Josh Brolin, he was an excellent bad guy. And then after all those took place, they kind of erased it all with the stuff that came next. It's like, this stuff didn't mean anything. That's where it kind of lost me a little bit because I was like, oh, man, I was like totally invested in this guy destroying half of humanity. And then, like, we see subsequent shows because, like, some of their the shows they released, and then some of the movies afterwards. Like, no, there's actually it's multiverses and stuff, and none of it really means anything.
Civil War is definitely one of the better ones I look forward to watching every year because I mean, I love that fight scene in the airport where I mean, it's like you got You got Iron Man on one side, Captain America on the other, and it's just it's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that too. I've actually, I do a lot of work in the shop here, and I'll fire up like YouTube stuff will pop up, and that scene does come up periodically, and I really do enjoy it. I like Captain America fighting Spider-Man. I think that's pretty cool because they're kind of like this camaraderie. Like we're from New York,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brooklyn, Queens, and
yeah. It's awesome. I do enjoy that. I like it a whole lot. And Iron Man getting hit with the cars, and his suit goes, some body contusions detected, and he's like, I detected those as well. It's funny. It's really good. And it's true to life. A lot of their like the political back and forth between those two. It's pretty good. I haven't watched a lot of the latest stuff because they kind of lost me on some of the stuff. It's like all everywhere now. There's like new things every 20 minutes. There's probably like a Disney Plus show that just came out that I'm not aware of in the last few minutes.
There's so many, like there's and see that's the thing is because like the after Endgame and there's Falcon versus Winter Soldier. That one's really good because that's got Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. So that one's because their chemistry just in general it's so fun.
It was good. It was good during the Civil War where they're in there and they're arguing while Spider-Man's fighting them.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I
hate you.
We don't do so much talking when you're fighting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and he got his arm with that little flying deal and drug him out of the airport.
Yeah, and he's
like, you had that the whole time? I hate you. It's funny. I like that stuff. It's pretty good. Oh man, I was gonna say it's not related to that at all, but like the bad guys. Okay, Thanos, I think, is an awesome bad guy because for like he's explaining stuff, and you wouldn't actually murder half the people in the galaxy, but you feel like he's got like an understandable story that he's actually telling. You can understand why he's doing it, even though he's still crazy. And him and Ultron. I love Ultron.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's fantastic. James Spader is just hilarious anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't physically throw up in my mouth. It's like, that's fantastic. I love it. What is the show about? Air conditioning? I forget. This is what air conditioning guys do when they're off work, everybody. Man, we should do some kind of air conditioning thing because we have to stop because there's another live stream on right now, probably, I think. Let's see. A final air conditioning thing. What is Chris going to do in the future is overused. The 5-year thing. I mean, how many times can you talk about that? What are you going to change in your business next? Are you going to add anybody? Subtract anybody? Hope they're not watching.
No. I mean, that's the thing.
That'd be awkward.
I went through... Like, Colby's been working for me for 7 or 8. I think it's 7 years now. He'll be hitting 8 next year. And... I mean, I've known him since he was like 15, so he's like family to me at this point. But I mean, I had a couple of guys I hired and let go, and I don't know. I got trust issues with people, and I don't like it when people try to take advantage of me. So I'm just like,
not a whole lot of people out there like I like it when people take advantage of me.
Yeah,
some people. I mean, besides the 50 Shades of Grey people, sometimes they like it.
Like the last guy that I ever hired and let go, it was ridiculous. Like we had a 2-system change out scheduled on a Friday, and he didn't come into work Monday or Tuesday. And I told him, I was like, look, I said, if you don't show up on Friday, you have to be here Friday. Because, I mean, we're going to have 4 people on this job to do this 2-system change out. And and this is what blew my mind. So Friday morning at 6:20, I got a text from his wife's phone. Not even his phone, not even his personal phone, not even the work phone that I gave him. It said, I can no longer work for you. And that was it. There was nothing that the truck was sitting outside, nothing I left the uniforms in the truck, nothing explained anything. So I went onto a full-on panic mode at 6:30 in the morning, not knowing where my truck was because this guy lived out in the country somewhere. And so, but the truck was in front of the house. I mean, but...
Well, did he drive it there in the middle of the night?
Yes, he apparently,
Really?
yes, he apparently dropped it off in the middle of the night.
He could have
And
showed up on time. He drove there in the middle of the night.
I know. I mean, but like, I mean, there was stuff missing off the truck. I mean, like,
Oh
he had
gosh.
10 uniform shirts. I only got 2 back. And there was, I don't know, there was a nitrogen tank missing out the truck. And
They're expensive.
so, I mean, it was just, I don't know. And that's when, like, the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, no, I was like, I can't hire anybody that I don't know. I was like, because I don't trust people. I mean, it's too many people out there that try and take advantage of you. So
I'm gonna hook you up with a business guru. I'm just kidding. I don't know anybody that's a business guru. I can tell Tersh. I mean, that's about it. I don't know. You can be a CEO warrior. I know that you have to be comfortable hiring people, but I never did either. I hired like one guy, and like a week later, I fired him because he didn't show up either. It was always like somebody. So I had to go here. I had to do this. This came up. It's like not this much crap comes up in anybody's life.
yeah, exactly.
It's just not possible.
What, I mean, you can't sit there and tell me that you can't show up to work because your wife's car broke down, and then or you don't answer the phone, and your wife calls me and says, do you know where he is? And I'm like, what? I'm like, how am I supposed to know where he is if he's not answering the phone and didn't show up to work? I mean,
I assume he left you. That'd be bad. What? I'm just kidding. That is awful. Maybe you just got like a really bad one though. I mean, that's like your one. Like you decide to bring somebody in, and you happen to bring in the worst. Like it's only up from there. I mean, if you try one more, it'll be better, guaranteed.
I don't know, man. I tell you, I went through a handful of guys within less than a year. I mean, one guy I hired in the first day on the job, because he told me that he had this experience, blah blah blah. And I won't forget, like the homeowner had an upflow in a closet, and he was complaining about the motor making a weird noise or something. And I'm standing there watching the guy. He takes the door off the unit, and he takes his wires while the unit is running to go and get ready to test the capacitor. I screamed at the top of my lungs because I was like, this guy's going to kill himself. I was like, I was like, I can't. I was like, if you don't know, you got to turn the power off to test the capacitor. I was like, I can't. I was like, I don't have time to teach somebody this in the middle of summer. I mean,
you don't test them while they're running. That's what people do now.
I know, right?
That's the thing.
The wet finger and
No, you got to do the math. I mean, you got to hook it on there, and you got to get the microfarads. I never do that. I never did that. I always tell people, if you want to do something like that, just take how many amps are coming off like the start wire. And then you can sort of tell the general health of the capacitor just if you need something really fast. I mean, if it's like 0.5, there's a problem, so you know right away. Or if the unit's not running, that's a tip too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Overheat. Yeah. And then, then you can put a Subco magnet on there. After like 17 blocks, it's pretty hot in there.
That's why I love having a long flathead screwdriver, because, you walk up and the compressor's running, but the fan motor's not. You hit the blade real quick, and the motor starts moving. It's like, all right, I know what the answer is.
Yeah,
I already
know
easy
one.
I take.
It's so easy. I'm not even going to check anything else this time. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. Call back. Yeah. So you're not hiring anybody. You're not firing anybody. No one left to fire. I mean, you're just going to you're just going to keep it where it's at, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope. I mean, I'm gradually training my son. He'll eventually get to where he can start running more service calls and stuff, and then I won't have to do as much, which hopefully will eventually happen a year or so down the road. I mean, so he's a smart kid. He'll get there. So
your son don't have any dreams? I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's just funny. Kids, they don't, a lot of times my kids are like, I don't want to do anything like you did. I've seen what you look like when you came home, covered in sweat, stinking to high heaven. No thanks. But your son looks at you and goes, sign me up. It really is a cool job, but
you just have to have the motivation to do it, though. I mean, that's the thing, is like, some people just, I mean, I love what I do. I mean, I hate summers. I do. I mean, I hate them to an umpteenth degree. I mean, I know it's our busy time and it's time to make money, but I cannot stand the way people think they can talk to blue collar guys. I mean,
You're right about that.
homeowners think they can talk to us like we're a piece of garbage, and I don't. I've gotten to the point in my life where I mean, my wife has to remind me like a handful of times in the summer that I need to take a deep breath and relax before I reply back to people, because otherwise I'm going to sound like a real smart aleck.
Use your soft skills. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. You need to go to outdoor university, man. I know a guy. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, something's going on. Hey, you done yet? Is this crap over? Oh man, I had something I was gonna say, but now it's gone. No. Oh, I remember now. I remember back in school on that same thread here. Back in school, there'd be like the smartest kid in school. It's like that guy's gonna be a doctor. He's gonna be a lawyer or whatever you want to attach smartness to. And what I found out is, as life goes on, some of the kids who are middle of the pack that became like regular old blue collar guys are the happiest people out there.
Yeah.
They're most satisfied people, and they make enough money to do anything they want to do, really. So I mean, it's kind of funny how the trades are looked down on, but like a lot of those guys, they're better off than these supposed high end careers.
Yeah, I realized I don't like people telling me what to do. So like, I mean, I own my own heat and air company. I coach a softball team. I'm actually a commissioner of the softball league. So I mean,
You're the commissioner.
I'm in control.
Like you're the commissioner?
I'm one of the commissioners of the church softball league here. Yeah.
The church softball league. I remember that. My dad was real big in that, and it gets very unchurch-like sometimes. They got to watch out because it's sports, man. It's you're revved up, and I remember playing baseball in high school, and you would never act like that anywhere else. But in the middle of a game when it's tight and you're playing this other team, they are the enemy, and you will do and say things that you would never say outside of the stadium. Which is, I think it makes it kind of interesting. It's like your true nature comes out during those events. So church league, you
and
get
then
in some
once
trouble.
the game's over, you're best friends. I mean, that's
it's great.
That's what I love about the church league, though, because like, I mean, there's other competitive softball leagues around here, and I'm not nowhere near good enough to even attempt to play in something like that. And they start drinking and cursing, and just it's not fun for me. And I mean, and that's what I love about the church league is anybody can play. I mean, so you can be an all-star, former baseball player. You can be just somebody that's never played at all, and you'll still get to play. You'll still get to come up, and you're not gonna. I won't sit everybody on the bench. I mean, I'll sit myself out most time and just watch and yell at people because it's fun for me. I mean,
nothing to lose on the bench. You'd be yelling at people. Hey, get in there! I would have made that catch. I'm not going out there. I'm just saying. That's awesome. Well, I know our time is up here. I think there's a stream going on now. I'm trying to remember the details of that. Misfits of HVAC, I think it's probably happening right now. So if you guys, I mean, you're really embedded in HVAC and you want this to continue, Misfits of HVAC will be happy to supply you with that. I'm going to have to say goodnight to you, Chris. I'm going to talk to these people for a couple minutes. Not about you, okay? Not about you, but maybe come back again real soon, because I had another story to tell about the church softball league with my dad. It was pretty funny. Maybe you come back real soon. We'll do this again.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you can have me on as much as you want. I love it. I mean,
all right, I'll call you next weekend. And like a lot sooner. I think you were on like a few months ago. It wasn't that long ago.
It was. I think it was right before summer. So because I know you had you took a little hiatus and
oh, that's right. My hiatuses. I do that periodically. When I have my life troubles, I take a hiatus.
I watched your. I was like, man, I need to watch one of his videos to see why because I know you did a video like it was earlier this week or something, and I'm sorry to hear about your loss for I think as you said your mother-in-law passed away.
Mother-in-law, yeah, she lived with us for a long time. It wasn't a long time. It was 4 years, which is a long time. But yeah, she's been sick that whole time. So I mean, it's like, this is going to last forever. And then one day it didn't. It was over, and it's like,
how old was
grief. She was 84. I mean,
wow,
she had a good run.
Long life. So I mean,
oh no, she was good to go. She was all ready for the afterlife. She was all squared away there, and she had a good long run. It's one of those things where I feel like it's gonna, she's been sick for so long. I figure it's just gonna keep on going. And then like 1 week, it's like she got a lot worse all of a sudden, and then like it's over and it's done. It's like it kind of spinning a little bit. like it happened in a flash.
Yeah, that's how it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It was something else. And of course, my wife was very upset, as she, you would be. And so a little bit of time off there, and now back and having fun again.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
See, and then that's the thing. It's September now, so I mean, you got to have me on here in the next like month and a half or something like that, because I mean, that's when I'm really going to be kicking in holiday stuff. So I mean,
Well, I can have you on in like 2 weeks.
Oh, works for me.
If you want to wear like the Santa outfit, 2 weeks.
Hey! You've seen me on the what was that? The
Skill trade up, yeah.
Skill trade up. I mean, me and Bimco were going at it, and I had a full Santa outfit on.
You have a full Santa outfit on. Bimco's like not even. He's like half his attention's on a video game while he's playing. He's like, all right, what was it? What kind of?
And I think it threw him off guard when he saw Santa on the screen. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Kind of. He paid more attention. He would have been an easier victory. He just let him keep on playing Rocket League on the other computer screen. But yeah, all right. If you wear the Santa thing, like we'll talk about it, but like within the next couple weeks,
Definitely.
come back. All right, cool. All right, man. Well, it was fun as usual. I think we ironed out which Die Hard is the best and stuff like that, critical issues. And I'll see you again on the next one then.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna eject you out now, but not like Goose. Not like Goose, man. Yeah. All right, dude. I'll talk to you later.
Take it easy, Zach. I appreciate it.
Bye, man. That was old Chris right there. That was cool. Yeah. We'll go look at our chatter friends. Let's see what we got here. Icon says he feels old because in 3 hours he'll be 40. I mean, we passed that hurdle, man. This whole show. I mean, everybody that appeared on the show tonight, we had to be like 85. Okay. So you're 40. I mean, that don't mean nothing. Oh, look at this. Andy Holt. We were talking about Outdoor University, and that's Andy Holt is the guy who does Outdoor University, and he was in here earlier. Quality people are attracted to quality employers. Look for a good character and train the skills into them. Look for good. I think, what's his name? Now I came out Tersh, because I mentioned him earlier. He's one of the guys who said he hires people for personality. But I think he might have revised that. I need to talk to Tersh again, because I think he decided that after he got a bunch of people that were very nice that couldn't do the job, that he might have revised that. I think anyway. All right, guys, it was a lot of fun tonight. I'll see you again very soon. I'm going to get out of here in my own special way. And here we go. Let me see here. Stalling, and I'll see you. Go away.